But yeah, all things aside, at the end of the day, I think there's still definitely a gap um, in terms of level between me and Coco and other players of her caliber. Win or lose tomorrow, I think it's great for me to learn. Obviously, facing a player like Coco is something people like would kill.
That's what Alex Eala has done. Alex Eala has taken center stage and stated what many people in the tennis community have been considering it, but no one has the guts to speak up. In her professional evaluation as a contender who has faced some of the world's top players, Alex Eala has completely lost her mind, and she is making it abundantly evident to anybody who will listen. Coco Gauff is more than simply amazing. She is more than merely among the greatest. She is the greatest, superior to every other player on the WTA Tour. Indeed, that includes Aryna Sabalenka, the current world #1 and the dominant power in women's tennis. Alex Eala didn't hide after losing to Coco Gauff. She failed to deflect. She didn't offer any justifications. She approached the media head-on and spoke from the heart, delivering an exceptionally remarkable statement. Eala admitted that there is a significant difference between her present skill level and Coco Gauff's level of play. She spoke it clearly and with conviction. Coco is far away. However, this is what truly caught everyone's interest. I didn't end there. She went to a whole new level when she stood in front of the cameras and said that, in her entire career, there has never been a better opportunity than to take the court and compete against Coco Gauff. Take a moment to consider that, after suffering a difficult defeat, the majority of athletes discuss their areas for improvement. They discuss their personal experiences. However, Eala completely changed the course of events. It's a dream come true to face Coco, she remarked. According to her, an athlete would stop at nothing to secure such a chance. Eala is actually stating that Coco Gauff has attained a level of greatness that makes fighting against her feel like an honor and a pleasure, which is why those words have a different impact. And you have to listen when a fellow professional athlete uses such stuff. You must pause and acknowledge that women's tennis is going through a unique moment, and Coco Gauff is the name at the heart of it all.
Yeah, thank you guys for all the support. Super happy to be playing with Alex, and hope you guys can keep supporting us. And we don't like Team Coachella, so pick a new name.
So another name, maybe. Another name. Okay. Bye.
Now, some of you might be wondering, is this just admiration between two players? Is this just the mutual respect that athletes show each other after a hard-fought match? And the answer is yes. There is deep, genuine respect between Alex Eala and Coco Gauff. But Eala made it very clear that this goes beyond just respect.
Some of you may be wondering if this is only two players showing their admiration for one another. Is this simply the respect that athletes give one another following a fiercely contested match? And yeah, is the response. Coco Gauff and Alex Eala have a great deal of sincere regard for one another. However, Eala made it abundantly evident that this goes beyond simple deference. She is expressing her opinion regarding who the world's greatest player is. She is creating a line in the sand with Coco Gauff on one side and everyone else, including Aryna Sabalenka on the other. And see, it's not difficult to comprehend why I feel this way. You start to notice things that the typical fan watching from home might not quite understand when you spend time with Coco Gauff, compete against her, and observe her up close. You can see the effort, commitment, and intelligence that go into each and every shot she makes on the court. And this is the one aspect of Ayala's encounter with Coco that truly caught our attention. Coco was more than just a competitor at the Australian Open when they both participated. She served as more than just a tutor or mentor. She was a real person who actually cared about a younger player reaching her greatest potential. Coco was right there with Eala, giving advice, sharing her knowledge, and dissecting the technical aspects she had learned from years of competing at the very top level of this sport.
Hi everybody, it's Alex and Coco here. Thank you so much for all the support that you've been giving us this week. And hopefully in our next match, a lot of you will come out and watch.
We are talking about Coco explaining the mechanics of the serve, walking Eala through the nuances that separate a good serve from a truly great.
We are discussing Coco's explanation of the serve's mechanics, guiding Eala through the subtle differences between a good and a truly excellent serve. Details like this are only fully understood and expressed by someone who has spent years competing against the world's top players week after week, month after month. That goes beyond simply being a great player on the court. Leadership is that. Character is what that is. And Eala claims that this mix is what what makes Coco Gauff is the greatest player both on and off the court. This is where the narrative becomes even more intriguing though, because Alexa is not the only one who thinks this, not even close. Because Ons Jabeur, a cherished fan favorite and past Grand Slam finalist, has also made some shocking statements regarding Coco Gauff that have shocked the tennis community. Jabeur is a player who has faced the best in women's tennis, participated in several Grand Slam finals, and faced up against every top-ranked player you can think of. Jabeur has stated that Coco Gauff is the hardest opponent she has ever encountered on the WTA circuit. Not the hardest, not among the hardest, not on par with the finest, but the hardest. And that comment has a lot of weight coming from someone with Jabeur's background and experience. Jabeur then took it a step farther. At this point, the situation became really heated.
Sometimes I say she's an octopus, you know, she doesn't, it gets every ball, she's always there, she doesn't give up, big serve, you know, sometimes it's a bit annoying when someone is serving well, she can go anywhere to get any ball.
According to her, Coco's level of movement on the court surpasses that of even the current world #1, Aryna Sabalenka, who has been utterly dominant in Grand Slam tennis. Jabeur basically provided a tactical dissection to the tennis community. She also revealed what she believes to be a real flaw in Sabalenka's strategy as part of that analysis. Jabeur's expert evaluation indicates that Sabalenka is vulnerable to exploitation. After every ball, you force her to run and cracks start to show. The part that hurts Sabalenka the most is this one. On the court, she easily becomes irritated. The annoyance becomes apparent to everyone. All of us have seen those times. The emotional outbursts, the noise destroying, and her obvious frustration when things don't go her way. Jabeur claims that Coco Gauff takes use of this tactical flaw more effectively than any other player on the tour. Contrast that with Jabeur's assessment of Coco's output, which she called simply unmatched. Few players in this sport's history have covered the court as well as Coco. What sets her apart from every other player in the game is her ability to quickly convert defense into attack by chasing down balls that appear to be absolutely impossible. And it carries a lot of weight when one of the most well-known players on the circuit makes that comparison openly and explicitly. Intro 5 naturally, all of this is taking place in a setting that is extremely uncomfortable for one specific individual. And that somebody is Aryna Sabalenka, as Sabalenka finds it intolerable to witness Coco's ongoing ascent in this sport. The situation is getting more unpleasant for the world #1 as players like Alex Eala enter the discussion and more voices from the tennis community support Coco's greatness. Consider the situation from Sabalenka's point of view. In terms of rankings, she is at the top. She is the top-ranked person in the world. In Grand Slam tennis, she has been among the most dominant players. Despite this, players who play on the same tour as her and Coco are publicly claiming that Coco Gauff is performing at a higher level. That must hurt. She must be annoyed by that. Furthermore, this is a situation that will likely intensify as the season progresses, given everything we know about Sabalenka's reaction when things do not go her way.
To every corner that she hates.
Yeah,
she'll
you
get
break her
super
rhythm.
frustrated.
Yeah.
And if she's very fast and doesn't let me do my shots, that's very frustrating to me.
Ons, with you, like, I feel like when you played her, you really were able to take over her speed very well. Like, I feel like the more you played her, the better you got in control of, like, even when she was dominating the...
Now, of course,
Indeed, some will draw attention to the fact that Coco is now having some difficulties winning important competitions. It's a valid observation. Given her extraordinary talent, the Grand Slam victories have not been coming as many had anticipated. This is the problem, though. The players that compete against Coco every week continue to claim that she is the best, even after taking that into consideration and accounting for her present position on the Grand Slam leaderboard. There is only one indisputable conclusion to be drawn from the degree of skill, movement, mental toughness, leadership, and heart. Alex Eala had the guts to stand up and publicly announce that decision in front of the entire globe. The world's greatest player is Coco Gauff. The level of respect is rising. Whether Sabalenka likes it or not, the tennis community is beginning to speak with a single, cohesive voice on this issue as the voices become louder. Alex Eala initiated this discussion. Now that Jabeur fanned the flames, the entire tennis community is taking notice. The Coco Gauff age is not going to arrive. Players like Alex Eala are making sure that everyone is aware that it has already here. That concludes today. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share your ideas in the comments section below. below. Do you concur with Jabor and Eala? Is Coco Gauff currently the world's best player? Tell us. We'll see you at the following one.